All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to put together a very basic stretching program for you guys. Should cover our entire body and take about 15 minutes. So before we get started, just a few things. When we stretch out, always try to be on a soft surface. So if you have a towel or a yoga mat, pillows, something to kind of take the compression out of your ankles, your hips, your knees, all that kind of stuff, that's a good idea. It's also a good idea to have something to keep the time with in case you want to change the duration of any stretches or anything that you do like that. And finally, something to support your weight with. So I'm using a water bottle here. If you have a block, a kettlebell, a dumbbell, something like that, that you can kind of push down for your hands while you're keeping yourself upright, that's always a good idea. And I'll always let you guys know when we need these tools for which poses. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started here. For the progression, I mostly like to start standing and then work down into sitting and kneeling positions from there, so there shouldn't be too much extra movement. But one final note before we get started, try to relax as much as you can while we're stretching. Breathe deep, breathe fluidly, and hopefully when you get done with this, you should get all that extra tension and all that kind of stuff out of your muscles. So that being said, let's go ahead and take our feet. We're going to start up near the shoulders. So we're going to start with our right arm across our body. Use your left hand around the elbow to pull across. So this is a very good stretch to go ahead and try to get all the muscles in the middle of the upper back, the back of your shoulders, and the back of your arm. So like we said, try to breathe deep as you can and just relax, and we're going to hang out here for a little while longer. We got about 10 seconds left. Good, guys, we're going to relax. Let's go ahead and come over to the other side. Again, we'll have another 30 seconds. So some of the variations you can play with in this pose is your hand. Sometimes putting the thumb up, the thumb down, the palm neutral, any of those variations can change the stretch a little bit. So just go where you're comfortable. Again, try to work through as deep as you can and just try to relax into it. We got about 10 seconds left here. Good, guys, y'all can relax. Next pose that we're going to go ahead and do is still standing. So we're going to go ahead and cross our right foot over our left leg. And we're going to go ahead and reach down as far as we can. This one's a little bit longer. We're going to hang out here for about a minute. So this is a very good stretch, not only to get into the hamstrings, but also into the muscles on the outside of the hip that feed into that IT band. A lot of time, tightness through the outside of the leg will affect us in the knee and in the hip. So this is a great combo stretch to try to get loosened up throughout the entire backside of your legs. Got a little while longer here, guys. Let's try to sink down into it. And try to get your fingers on the ground, knuckles on the ground, anything that works. Good, guys, relax. Come back to upright. We're going to go ahead and flip it to the other side. So left leg comes over, and same idea. We're going to reach down as far as we can. We're going to hang out here for about a minute. Got about 20 seconds left here. 10, Good, guys, relax. Go ahead, come on up and shake it out if you need to. Our next pose that we have, we're gonna come on down to our knees. So again, this is where that water bottle can come in handy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna step our left foot forward. We're gonna go ahead and try to keep that knee over our ankle. You can go ahead and prop your hand down to this water bottle and let this back hip drop in towards the floor. So this is going to target all the muscles on the front side of the leg, some of the hip flexors that cross across the hip up near the ribs, and some of those big quadricep muscles that cross down through the hip all the way to the knee. So this is super important to try to keep loose, because as those hip flexors get tight, they tend to tilt the pelvis, and this can lead to some low back issues. So the more that you can take care of your hamstrings and your quadriceps, the better off you'll be in the long run, especially regarding lower back health. So we've got about 30 seconds left here, give or take. And like you said, if we don't have a water bottle or something like that, we can still maintain this position. It's just a little bit harder to keep the trunk upright. It's the same idea. You can put both hands on one knee and try to drop in. We're trying to slot this hip down in towards the floor, keep the trunk upright, and just push down, push down. We've got about 10 seconds left. Okay, guys, you can go ahead and relax. So we're going to go ahead and switch sides, and always use slow transitions. So same way, knee is over my ankle on my right side, left leg is long behind me. I'm going to go ahead and just try to drop in as much as I can here. I'm going to hang out for about a minute. And remember, guys, these poses can get confronting, so try to breathe as deep and fluidly as you can. Try to keep your mind relaxed, and like we said, know your limits, right? So don't do too much too quickly, especially with some of these poses. I know this one is pretty intense for me. So again, just try to relax. We got about 30 seconds left here. Getting close to 10 seconds left. Again, try to keep that trunk upright. Try to drop that hip in towards the floor. Last few seconds. Good, guys, we can go ahead and relax. So our next pose that we have is going to be down on our belly. It's two variations. You can call it either the seal or the sphinx. I'm going to do it from the side so that way you guys can see me. So we're going to come on down to the floor, down to our forearms, and from here we can push up to try to lengthen through our abdomen, through our belly. And if that's not quite enough stretch, we can go ahead and push through our palms all the way up. So choose whichever variation is right for you. We're going to hang out here for about a minute. The breathing can get a little bit tense in this pose, so again, try to relax as much as you can. If the back bend is too much, especially when you're pushing up through your palms, just come on down to your forearms. There's nothing wrong with that. You will get better at it as you keep practicing. So, all that being said, we're about halfway through. We've got about 30 seconds left here. Good, guys, you can go ahead and relax. So the next position that we cover is also going to be from our belly. I'm going to turn forward so y'all can see me here. This is going to be working through our shoulders and our pecs. So what we're going to do is come on down to your belly. We're going to start with our right arm. So our right arm comes out to the side. Our left hand is going to be near our chest. And what we're going to do is try to cross this leg over. And you should feel that through the front of your shoulder, high up near that bicep. So as you get better and better at this, you can keep leveraging over and over and push farther and further over through your body. Again, don't do too much. Don't try to mimic what I'm doing if you can't get there. Just go as far as you can, and we'll hang out here as long as we can. That being said, we got about 40 seconds left in this position. About 10 seconds left, guys. Okay, relax. We're gonna go ahead and flip it to the other side. So same idea. Left arm reaches out, right hand near my right chest. I'm gonna go ahead and flip over and push through as far as I can go. We're gonna hang out here for about a minute. Got about 15 seconds left here, guys. We're almost done. Good, guys. Relax. So we're going to go ahead and push up onto our hands and knees. And I'm going to show you two variations for this next stretch. We're going to be targeting our upper back again. So if you're new to the program, and you need an elevated surface, it's definitely advisable to use a couch or a chair, something like that. But the idea is to have your back flat, your hands extended, and then push your head down through that window that we have. So if I have a couch, I can put my hands out in front of me, and I can push my head down towards the floor while I'm keeping my lower back flat. This is gonna stretch through my upper and middle back, my shoulders, all the same areas that we've been targeting. So if you're thinking to yourself that you don't have a couch or a chair available, it is still possible to do this stretch on the floor. It's just a little bit more difficult. So what we're going to do is same idea. We're going to go ahead and push our hips back to our butt is sitting over our shoulders and leave our arms out in front of us. So this is the idea, right? Same stretch, two different variations. That being said, let's hang out here for about 30 seconds before we switch. So guys, if you are doing the variation where you're on the floor, it is a little bit more difficult if you try to put your chin or your neck on the ground. If that's too confronting, you can try to put your forehead down, and that'll be a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and relax and come out of this pose, guys. Our next one is going to be seated on our butt. So go ahead and get seated any way that you need to. We're going to go ahead and cross our right shin in front of our left shin. And then we're going to go ahead and once we're seated upright, we're just going to fall forward over those hips. So we're going to hang out here for about a minute. And what we'll see is the farther that this shin kicks out in front of us, the greater the stretch out into the hips on the outside is going to be. So go where you can go. We're going to hang out here for about another 45, 50 seconds, give or take. We're almost there, guys. Just a few seconds left. Good. Go ahead and relax. We're going to repeat the process on the other side. So my left shin is crossed in front of my right. I'm going to go ahead and kick my left foot out further in front of my right shin, if that's comfortable for me to get that deep. And I'm just going to go ahead and lean in over the front. I should feel a nice stretch on the outside of my hips. And just like our standing position, this is really going to focus on getting those glutes, all those external rotators, and even that lateral hamstring group to really loosen up, so that way our IT band doesn't get too tight. Just a little while longer here, guys. Try to lean in and relax. Good, guys. Go ahead and come out of this pose. So we're almost done with the routine for today. Just a few poses left. This next one, we're going to come back to our hands and our knees, and it's a very good idea to pad up the back knee for this one. So if you have a yoga mat or a towel, go ahead and make sure you roll that up. That way your knee's not dropping into the floor too much. So I'm going to do this one from the side so you guys can have a better angle. But what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead and mimic that position we had before. So I'm going to go ahead and leave my right leg long behind me. My left leg is going to come out in front. And what I'm trying to do this time is trying to let the knee travel forward out in front of the ankle. So I'm just going to lean in, put my hands on the floor, and let my chest slowly push my knee forward out in front of me. This is going to stretch out all through the back of these big calf muscles, our gastroc and our soleus, as well as that Achilles tendon, which can get a little bit tight from time to time. This is a huge point of emphasis in athletics, because typically if the ankle is immobile and the shin can't travel forward, we can't squat very well. So this is one of my favorite poses. But again, as you get comfortable, just try to let that chest lean forward on the knee, and just let that knee shoot forward over that toe. Alright guys, let's go ahead and relax and take it over to the other side. So same idea. Left leg is long behind me. My right knee is forward. I'm going to go ahead and just lean over, letting this knee travel over the toe, trying to stretch out the backside of this leg. I'm going to hang out here for about a minute. Got about 20 seconds left here, guys. Almost done. All right, guys. So for our very last pose, this one is a bit confronting. We're going to work into our groin a little bit. So same idea. We're going to leave one knee padded up. So we'll see that my knee is on the towel here. I'm going to reach my left leg out to the side. Use your hands to support yourself. And you're going to go ahead and push your butt back to the wall behind you. So you should feel a good stretch in the groin here. And we're going to go ahead and just sit back as far as we can. This is typically referred to as a half frog position. We'll hang out here for about a minute. About halfway done, guys. Got about 10 seconds, give or take. So go ahead, very easily relax and come out of this. We're going to switch to the other side. So same idea, left knee's propped up on something soft. My foot is directly behind this left knee. My right leg reaches out, and I'm going to go ahead and just sit my butt back to the wall behind me and feel the stretch to the groin here on the inside. You'll see as you get better and better at these, you can get lower and lower as you keep pushing that butt back to the wall behind you. But if you need to, you can always support your weight, right? Always elevate the floor closer to you, so use a pillow or something like that. But again, as you get better, you can keep pushing back and getting lower and lower in that position. Got about 30 seconds left. Got about 10 seconds, we're almost done. Good, guys, so very easily come out of this position. And that's gonna do it for today. If you have a little bit of time, you can just relax and lay down easily on the floor. That way your body can acclimate. But otherwise, that is gonna cover it for everything that I have for y'all. Always feel free to ask me any questions. If you need any more challenging poses or variations or anything like that, feel free. I'm always glad to help, but thank y'all for taking some time out of your day to join me. Yeah, we'll see y'all next time.